Hello, everyone. This is horror author James Hershey Jr. from the Staring to the Abyss radio show. And tonight's article is a strange and kind of off putting one in a way. It is from futurism.com. It was published November 27th, 2019, and it was written by Dan Rabitsky. And the title here is U.S. Military Warns of Augmented Human Beings. BattleBots. The U.S. military has ambitious plans to turn its soldiers into high-tech cyborg warriors by making them stronger, enhancing their senses, and wiring their brains to computers. Pentagon brass thinks these cyborgs will make their way to battlefields by 2050, Army Times reports. The Department of Defense just declassified a report from October that details its plans for human-machine fusion, revealing its bizarre plan to bring to life military tech that's always been safely quarantined within the realm of science fiction. The report's exclusive summary identifies 4 key upgrades it hopes to develop over the next 3 decades. 2 include enhancing soldiers' eyesight and hearing. The military also wants to make soldiers stronger by equipping them with new wearables. According to the report, all 3 of these will offer the potential to incrementally enhance performance beyond the normal human baseline. What has the military really excited, however, is the 4th category: direct neural enhancement of the human brain for two-way data transfer. In other words, connecting soldiers' minds to computers so that military leaders could instantaneously transfer new information, but also to let soldiers control pilotless vehicles with their thoughts. Troubling, however, is the report's predicted aftermath: the introduction of augmented human beings into the general population. DoD active duty personnel and near-peer competitors will accelerate in the years following 2050 and will lead to imbalances, inequalities, and inequities in established legal, security, and ethical frameworks. And that is the end of the article. In a way, very cool, because it's going to create a military of super soldiers. So in a very small way, that is very interesting and very cool. But in a very huge way, that is terrifying. Because it's not a question of if this technology will fall into the wrong hands or be used for evil purposes. It is simply a matter of when that will happen. Within probably a few years, you will have rival countries doing the exact same thing, if they're not already working on it. So we're talking about super soldiers fighting each other and us. Because how long will it be until rogue nations and terrorists and stuff like that can do the same thing? Imagine terrorist groups and mercenary forces who could be hired to do whatever the person that hires them wants them to do, that have almost superpowers, you might as well say. Crazy. And then the idea that this kind of tech is going to spread from the military to the general population afterwards. That also, double-edged sword. On one hand, very, very cool, because you could enhance yourself in ways that aren't even imaginable today. You could gain super sight, super hearing, the ability to run much faster, to jump higher. You could replace body parts that have broken down. If you lose an arm or a leg or whatever in an accident, you can get another one that is augmented, that is stronger and better than anything that you had before. For people that have spinal injuries, you could walk again. I'm sure that tech could be developed that could actually fix you so you could walk again. If you were born blind or deaf or became that way, You could get cybernetic eyes that could allow you to see again, or cybernetic ears that could allow you to hear again. You could replace your organs with machinery that would do the same job. So, on one hand, very cool. Very, very cool. But then you're going to have the other side of it where people will be doing upgrades and stuff for vanity's sake, or even worse, for criminal purposes. Imagine thieves, burglars, people like that that upgrade themselves to have superpowers, to where they have super sight, super hearing, they're much stronger, ability to run faster, jump higher, be extremely quiet, sneak in. Think about it even further. People that want to do other people harm, murderers, people that do stuff like that, hitmen, getting these upgrades to be more efficient killers and almost unstoppable. Pretty interesting stuff. If they can do all of this at that time, what's to stop them from encasing the vital organs in some sort of protective shell, almost like armor, like bulletproof organs? It could be possible to where somebody could literally take bullets and never even die because nothing vital gets hurt. It's going to be a crazy world. I may or may not be around for it. And that's a long time from now. That's another 30 years from now. And they're saying that, so I will be in my 70s at that point. But hell, I might be able to buy new body parts and new organs and keep on living for a long, long time. This might be the way that we can defeat death forever. Because as long as you have the money, you could just buy new parts. You know, your heart goes bad and you start having heart attacks and stuff like that, they just pop a machinery heart in. A cyborg heart into your chest that'll keep on pumping long after you're gone. We have artificial hearts now, so it's no big stretch to think that we're going to have a much improved version in the future. You could say the same about any of your vital organs, your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, whatever. I'm sure they could make versions of those, machine versions, that do a much better job than your natural organs do. And you wouldn't have to worry about them failing on you the way your natural organs do. It could be a whole new way of life. But it's also going to produce some pretty scary individuals. So you just have to look at it that way as well. Double-edged sword, like I said. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Would you be stoked for this? Would this be something that you'd be really excited about, that you think would be super cool? Or do you look at it from the other way where you think, this is kind of scary because you got to have some bona fide monsters out there. And I guarantee you, if this kind of technology is developed and exists, you will have monsters, because there will be people that get these kind of upgrades done that are kind of mentally imbalanced. You know, we have crazy people in society now. We've had them since the beginning of time, and we will have them until the end of time. So there's no reason to believe that we won't have them with this kind of technology. So let me know down in the comments what you think. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Make sure you check out the radio show Staring Into the Abyss. We do some really cool stuff on there. We cover things like this, and we cover things in great detail, where we spend a whole hour giving you all the information you could possibly want on a subject. So thanks again for watching the video. Thanks for all the support you give me and all the love. I really appreciate it. And until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye. Demons, vampires, werewolves, skinwalkers, all of this and more, Sunday nights at midnight on the Staring Into the Abyss radio show. Come, get lost with us.